this in 3 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crack makes you move fast.
Dude, he is the fucking best. This is how good DMX is that they're doing a DMX versus Snoop Dogg thing right now on Instagram where they're both in the studio. Swiss Beats is DJing and he's just playing their tracks kind of one verse at a time, and they're just fucking kind of they're singing over their own voice. But they're showing Snoop Dogg, and DMX just looks like this old like Santa. He looks terrible shape, not in good shape anymore, out of breath. But Snoop still looks like his skinny self. Snoop sings his fucking little verse thing.
I think,
and then Snoop Dogg sits back down, and then DMX's song comes on, and it goes on, and Who We Be comes that like dead end.
Whoa!
I was watching it too.
It's so good. But I'm telling for people who didn't watch it, and then Snoop Dogg loves it so much. He gets up and starts fucking like bouncing and dancing with a blunt coming out of his mouth going, da-dance, da-dance. That's how good DMX is. He gets Snoop Dogg out of his seat fucking dancing to it.
Well, rappers are probably big fans of good hip hop.
DMX didn't get up for Snoop Dogg.
That's because he was out of breath.
Yeah, that's true. I also will say this, man. I love Snoop Dogg. I've never hated anything Snoop Dogg. I remember even like when he really like was doing well on his own, when he was doing even later on, like when he was doing Lay Low. Remember that shit with Nate Dogg? Like
yes. But did you like Snoop Lion?
No, of course
fuck
not.
that.
Of course, yeah, that's why I said I liked everything Snoop Dogg. But
I loved everything dog.
Yeah, I love dogs, lions, So I think that, but he still, and then he became like a pop star. But I do think this might be sacrilege to say that Snoop is a better rapper as a guest on somebody else's track than he's not a cleanup hitter. He's like a get on base guy or like a drive in guy. Like he's a compliment player.
He has a lot of like solo songs that are really good, but like as a full album, it's like you go back and you're like, this kind of sucks.
Right, where you're like, man, I wish Dre would come in soon, or like anybody else.
Or anyone.
Yeah.
If anyone would come in.
It would just even on Lay Low, it's like some of the best parts of Lay Low are is the chorus.
But he does have Drop It Like It's Hot, which is really good.
Yeah.
And then also, what's that song where it starts with like, who you trying to get crazy with? Essay, don't you know that I'm loco? And
it's Insane in the Membrane.
Yes, but he used that as a sample for a single that he had a couple of years ago. I don't remember though, but that was a really good song. But other than that, it's like, you just, and then sometimes you're listening to Snoop Dogg and you're like, he could be making this up on the spot, but it does not impress me if he is. Because he's just going like, and I was at the club with this girl, and she's my world, and we're on the, and it's like, anybody could do that.
I'm down in the club, and here we go. And you're like, oh wait, you can't just mail in the rhyming verse. What a fucking beautiful character to create, to make just the punchline. Imagine if we were a comedian, we could be like, so I go into the deli and then she says to me, la, da, da, and then and you just like, wait a minute.
That's so funny, dude.
Bella, why are you
Did
crying?
you just describe Sebastian? Also, I feel like I haven't spoken in like 4 minutes, and I thought I was talking that whole time.
I saw it.
Dude, I'm like violently stoned.
Dude, in one of my last sentences, I was like really passionate. I got close to the camera making my point, and my eyes caught you just nodding, and I'm like, oh, Mike's here. Like it was.
Well,
what's
it's
that
weird.
song?
Sorry. Go. Do you ever get this where like, so I took an edible before the last show that we did, but like 10 minutes before I recorded, and typically it would kind of creep up 30 minutes in or something like that. But I don't know. It wasn't overwhelming, certainly. And then I went outside and I smoked, and it just brought the edible to the forefront of the action. And it did an Indian run around the blunt.
I've described this before, but I don't even feel like edibles work unless you smoke. That's what I mean, and that's the only way to kickstart them. They're like an old jalopy. You gotta fucking, once you get it into first, you're good. But it's in that first, yeah.
Edibles are the chainsaws of drugs.
Yeah. Sagalo, did you just take a shot out of something, out of the bottle?
Oh. No, I mean, I'm drinking from the bottle, but I grabbed an edible.
But you didn't do that during the last episode, did you?
No, what?
So the drinking episode, when we cheersed, you cheersed with water. And now the high episode, you're drinking and cheersing the camera with your fucking thing.
When
and
you guys
don't put your expectations for drug abuse on our poor Sagalo.
Is this not Blunt with the Boys? Is this drinking?
This you have to be in a lot of pain.
But he just took an edible. It's not going to kick in for hours.
No, I know. But you know what makes me happy, Feeney? Is
you
that
gotta be in a lot of pain.
I'm so happy that I'm on an edible with my friends right now and we're having a good time. It makes me happier that Brendan's going to be on an edible after this is over and he's with no one.
Well, I'm going to be playing video games with Feeney, so I'll be with people.
Well, don't take it
You should play
seriously.
video games. What are you talking about? How come you can say something, and then I say something, and then it's serious all of a sudden? Dude, look at this. It's like melted in the fucking thing. I can't even get it out.
Is that from Skankfest?
It might be.
Is that Lewis's face on it?
I don't know, dude.
Hell yeah, take the whole thing.
Well, how many milligrams is it?
60.
I've eaten 20, 30 milligram edibles in like a week and a half.
I forget the drawer that even my edibles are in. I also,
Brendan, that was a wild ride to see you finally wrap that thing up.
I'm not sure how I feel about the tincture spray because I got really high once using it. And then the other times I just felt like, I don't know. I didn't feel much of anything. It was like one of those where I'm like, I think I'm feeling it. It's like,
right.
You take,
Tincture is hard to measure where it's like you either barely know it's happening or you are on the other side of the planet desperately trying to swim back home.
And it constantly says, like, be careful, only take a half of a dropper. Yeah. And you're like, I always take just a little bit more than they recommend just to see. And I always feel like I have half and stuff. I mean, Sagalo. He cheers me with Poland Spring.
Brendan, the sound of that was like a classic alcoholic. Like the spill of the bottle into your mouth. You sounded like Dennis.
Me. I'm already dead.
You sounded like Dennis Hopper and Hoosiers. Just such a fucking drunk mess.
Well, what happened was I was going to just drink water and then, because I don't have any weed I have to pick up tomorrow. And then you guys went to go this place called Private Jet. It's a delivery service in Astoria. Doesn't matter. What? Should we cut that out?
No, I'm not doing it.
I won't. Should we?
So just give out their number, dude.
Dude, they've been going around for years, man. If the feds aren't onto them by now, it's not gonna get. It's not me that's gonna get them. You know.
Apparently, it is.
Sweating, man.
That's the one thing. That's the one. If there's one group of it's just if there's one group of people I wouldn't like to double cross, it would for sure be drug dealers,
long-standing ones that probably
they don't deal drugs.
Have relationships with people in the law.
Oh no, you got me wrong. No. I'm not picking up from them. I'm just going on a private jet to get my weed.
Oh.
That's sweet.
From a guy named Carlos.
You're flying illegally through their service to a place with weed, and then you're going to buy it because it's recreational there in that state, and then you're going to illegally walk home from that state.
Yes.
So that way
everything that any illegal activity that's going to happen is going to be from me. Okay?
All right. Brendan.
So watch out, Postal Service. Any day now.
Brendan.
Yeah.
Spelled disappear.
Ooh.
This is a hard one. DISS. Right? 2 S's, right?
I'm not telling you until after the word. I want to see what you come up with.
I do also stumble over that from time to time, that the double or single S.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me picture it in my head.
A lot of fourth graders do.
I will say this. Let me think. Hold on.
Say how you spell it, please.
Yeah. Don't think too hard because that makes it worse.
DIS A PP IEAR. Is that close at all?
It's definitely got some letters. Yeah, it's got the same letters. Some of it. It's DISAPPEAR.
Yeah.
You panicked.
Oh, so that was really close.
Like the word appear. Like
you thought it was
out of nowhere.
No, I threw an I in there.
Yeah, you thought it was a French city.
You said IERA or something?
No, I said DISAPP.
You said I. You threw an I in there.
Yeah, I went EIAR. So I just threw an I between the E and the A.
Brendan, spelled downstairs.
Downstairs? Well, you know what? I think I know this, but the confidence you have that I don't know it makes me feel like I don't know it. Obviously, it's DOWNSTAIRS.
That's correct.
Is it one word or two, Brendan?
It's one word.
Yeah. Well, these are fourth grade words, so I'm.
Are we doing this again?
I don't know. I was just having a good time in doing it.
I had a good time talking about something that we were all knowledgeable about, not, making me look like a fucking idiot.
Remember, he's having a bad day. And we're supposed to know
And
that.
it's not getting any better.
Why? You got those right. Well, the first
you took
one
an edible. And you're drinking now.
Yes. Now it's getting real good.
From the bottle.
Now I'm flying high.
What are you doing after this? There's no. You should get charms for it.
What is it? What's the material?
I don't know. It's definitely not like gold. It's metal that will become green with water.
Yeah.
No, but
$22 or less.
No. It was like $10, and then I bought these.
Oh, I like those.
These are great, right?
Those.
Yeah.
Those
and then I got these guys, which is cool.
Did you buy those for yourself?
I bought all of this for myself.
Nice.
Do you want them?
No. I was wondering if they were a gift.
Smoke, dude.
I wasn't trying to smoke you. I was making a joke.
That smoke,
I was making a joke. Don't let him do this to you, dude. Don't let him do this.
Don't let
me slam you.
Yeah, he opened my eyes to what you really meant by that, Brendan. Piece of shit.
All right, what's next?
What's the scenario?
What? We don't have scenarios.
Brendan does.
I do. You want one? You want one?
No, keep it from us. Let the podcast go quiet.
Wow. Feeney needs to. When was the last time you got into a fight, dude? When was the last time you got really punched in the face for your actions?
Punched in the face? Well,
for your actions and your words.
Well, you have to know that my reactions are that of a cat, both in emotional tone and also in physicality. So I'm very spry. I'm very quick on my feet. And,
dude.
And I'm very physical, so when I need to be. And I don't think the last time I've got punched in the face has probably been like grade school, like elementary school.
Really?
Yeah. In terms of we're in a fight, I'm aiming for your face and I'm punching you in the face.
You never got into fights in high school?
Any fights I got into were never if they ever got physical, the only ones, they were always like one of those that was separated immediately. There was like a hard shove or something. In terms of like
Really?
actual fist going to it, I either fucking broke the person down to a point of ruining them emotionally and mentally, but with my words,
Oh,
and
you're gonna
crippling
hit me?
them. Yeah,
I
and
bet it won't even hurt.
yeah, won't even hurt. Just like it didn't hurt when your dad left, right? And just saying, like, just planning those in such a way in which people are like, I can't. Or if like I said, the only other, there was times that I was ready, willing, and able to fight. And just here's the thing, and this is the thing Nick Turner said. And at first I thought he was bullshit, but it's for the most part true, except for the 0.1% of outliers. It really takes two people for a fight to happen.
Not in high school, though, dude. Not in high
yes,
school. If one person wants to fight, they'll just fuck you up.
Well,
I saw that a lot in my school.
I had one kid in my high school that wanted to fight, and he walked up to fight me in the middle of cafeteria, and I was sitting in the middle of, remember those long tables, the cafeteria tables, you had to step in, they're like a bench. I was sitting in the middle of it. He walked all the way to the end of it. That was his first mistake. He should have walked either to my side or across from me. But he walked to the end of the table and took a mouthful of water and tried to spit it at me, like wrestler style. But it hit everybody else, and it stopped like at the end of my table. Like short of where my personal belongings, it was like, it just stopped. And it got 4 or 5 people next to me, which caused me to get up. But also I was laughing at them because I was like, you fucking missed. And then it just and then at that point,
why did that guy do that to you?
He didn't want to fight. He didn't want to fight. If you do that before throwing.
Did he even...
But he also was like, "Come on, let's go, you pussy, let's go."
Right.
You know what I mean? When somebody said, there was 2 other times that I had a long history with this guy, who I will say is now like a good friend, because that's how it always happens, But I haven't seen him in a while, but he's a pal of mine, and
he's a good friend. I haven't seen him in a while.
I didn't say best friend, but he's he's a good friend. But we got really close in high school. For one point, he was driving before the rest of us, and him and I, we ended up going to the beach together. One time, me and my couple buddies, who again, we're all good friends. We were like a foursome. We were a good, or even a fivesome, rather. We would go to the beach, and then at one point, I guess like we were going to go to the beach, and we weren't sure if he was going to go, and we were like, if he's going to go, he'll drive. So instead of getting all of our parents to drive us to the beach, let's call and see if he's going to the beach. We ask if he's going to the beach. He says yes. We go, we're going to go. Did you want to drive? He says, sure. We drive there with him. We set up. We go in the water. When we're in the water, he's like, I got to take off. I got like a family emergency with like this girl he was hooking up with, who was just like complete white trash, like just like a club rat, like just like just the worst.
Oh, dude.
Just like the ones who was just like, they don't fucking get you, baby. Like this, like fucking, like, and this is like white Jewish woman in Long Island, you know what I mean? Like Japanese princess kind of thing. And they left us at the beach. Me and my 2 other friends, these 2, they left us at the beach. And then, we're calling his phone. He's not answering. We eventually have to get someone else to pick us up. It was a fucking nightmare. We were at the beach when you're ready to leave the beach.
Yes. Yes.
And then you can't leave the beach. How much life sucks. I mean, we were there for like an hour and a half waiting in like a parking lot, So then it became a thing of him
Jones?
It wasn't Jones. It was probably Smith's Point. And they go, he was like, you guys are using me for my car. And we're like, listen, you said you were going. We were hanging out with you as friends, but also we were still going to we were all going to the same place. What's the point of, you know what I mean? Whatever it was. Yeah. So he took that as the thing. And then it became this whole like drama. And then at one point I was having a poker party at my house. It was like one of the first times I was having like whatever. And like, I think my mom was still like upstairs sleeping. And I had the German Shepherd at the time. It was like this attack dog. He was like great. He was like a fucking police dog level crazy, right? And so they kept passing my house. They had just shot up my buddy Matt's house with paintballs the night before and fucking like broke all of his siding and shit like that. So they're driving past my house over and over again. And at one point I'm like, we're going to have to fight. And I like mobilized my friends at all this poker table. I felt good because I go, I got the fuck. First off, I'm on my home field. I'm home, so even if I get my ass kicked, I can like crawl to bed and cry, you know. But otherwise, I go,
Yeah.
I got 5 of my friends here. What are the odds that I'm gonna get my ass kicked so bad that none of them can break this up in time, right? So I go outside, and he had parked across the street, and him and 2 of his friends are walking up. They're walking on my lawn. You know when someone's walking on your lawn?
Oh,
that feeling of like
the
disrespect. I got a driveway, fucking use it. And so instead they're walking. He's fucking diagonal walking across my lawn, the most disrespect. And so and then he's like, what the fuck up? What the fuck's up, pussy? All this kind of shit. So I'm going, like, I'm talking to him, and we are like, it is full. I'm in full fight or flight mode, but I feel good. And I have my couple friends, and we're kind of like almost squared up. And it gets to that point where you're just talking, and almost instantly, not much is going to happen because it would have already happened. But it was redlining for a while, and then my dog. I had my storm door, and then like the glass outer door. The dog was jumping on the outer door. So you couldn't even see it. It was so much drool and barking, spit all the way, like, rah, 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 trying to bark to try to get outside. So I was like, and my mom is upstairs. By the way, while I'm outside trying to fight, my mom's upstairs screaming, Mike, stop the dog from barking, screaming at me. So I go, all right. So we're in the middle of being like, come on, you. And I go, all right, I gotta get the dog out. And then I take the dog out, and I hold him just on this choker chain, and he's immediately like, rah, 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 like biting it.
Yeah,
and this
awesome.
This kid is going like this to me, and he's being like, what the fuck's up? And then I have the dog calm down, and he's like,
you're like white DMX.
That's why I love DMX so much, dude. Dead ants.
Mike, make the dog stop barking.
He barks. He's Buddy. His name is Ruff. So
he walks my driveway, not my lawn. Respect. It's dis.
So I get so at one point I settled the dog down. He's clearly spooked about the dog. The moment is kind of past where we're gonna really fight. That fucking energy you feel in the air, that emotional fucking pheromone lightning is gone, and he immediately just is like, that's a pretty cool dog. Like he immediately, like it nullifies it. I'm like, yeah, he's a good guy. And then all of a sudden we start talking, and it just like everybody like lowers hands. We start talking about whatever. And it literally ended with him being like, all right, I'll see you Monday in school. And I'm like, all right, see you later, man. And everybody, have a good night.
Oh, that's the fucking best, dude. When a violent thing becomes friendship.
And we've been friends ever since. Yeah.
Oh, wow. He was the best man at my wedding.
Let's bring him in here, John.
That's fun. See, it never got physical at all.
No, it got
That's
to
crazy.
the only thing was the spitting and the show. There was also another time, which I don't even know. I feel like I shouldn't say this, but it's a Patreon,
Say
right?
it, yeah.
There was another time where it was actually the day that this was so.
Feedy just dropped 6 N-bombs in a row, and we're like,
this guy Jay Schwan.
She said she was 18, and I know. So that part's a joke. So the day of the spitting the water, which was the precursor to the driving up on my lawn, that was the penultimate moment of that, right? But immediately after the spitting the thing, I started getting heated and like embarrassed and mad, like during cafeteria, and like he fucking, was saying. So then I had an idea of like, I'm gonna hit him hard in the face, but I was like, I have a better idea, because I'm not the strongest person. I'm going to take my lock from my school locker, and I'm going to use that as a brass knuckle, and I'm going to bash him on the head with it. So I got the lock, and I put it on and put it in my hand.
You mean assault with a deadly weapon?
I mean,
you'd break your finger if you did that too.
Mm-hmm. I was ready.
Yeah.
And then so I
okay.
Well, because it also has that little give too, so you have to make sure that it's like the puffed out past your finger.
Yeah. So I waited. I knew exactly when to do it, which was right after lunch ended, when the bell rang, and there was just that dishwash of fucking people in the fucking thing, and I went up to him right before I could still see it exactly. It was on the first floor of our high school going fucking west, I guess it was, down the hallway. And there was a bunch of people, but there was someone in between me and him, and he had his backpack on, and the little JanSport with the fucking hoop up top. I grabbed the left
horse collar.
I grabbed it with my left because I was behind him, but there was one person between us. I reached over, I grabbed it, and I started pulling him towards me. And as I took the right to go around to swing, his friend that was to his right saw what was happening and got in between, shoved his way in between us, and my arm never got past here. You know what I mean? I never even, but I was in full commitment to being I was gonna hit him in the back of the head with a lock.
You would have been in jail. Your life would be different, dude.
Different.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than when you want to fight somebody and someone's holding your arm or getting in the way, and you're like, get out of the fucking way. Dude, I was at camp, and this kid hit me with this fucking lock thing. He hit me with a thing. And
again, I'm sorry about that.
and my friend got in the way. No, he hit my head, and I just saw fucking red. I don't think I've ever seen red like this before. And I turned around, and I start chasing him. And I fucking do that thing where you kick one of their legs to make them trip. You know what I mean?
Move. I fantasize about that all the time.
I'm so close to him. I go, and he falls to the ground, and I get on top of him, and I'm literally it's so cartoonish. I'm like that, and a counselor grabbed my wrist, and I'm going and he's laughing. He's laughing.
The kid you tackled is laughing?
The kid was laughing.
Oh, that's when you knee him in the balls on the way up, dude.
I fucking hated him. I hated that guy.
Dude,
actually, he was a really nice guy. His name was Lightbulb. His name was Jake, and we all called him Lightbulb. He was a good guy.
For what?
For having one idea?
Having one idea, and then that's it to hit me. No, he had bleach blonde hair that just was here, but he had long hair here, so we were all like, "Oh, Lightbulb." Well, whatever. It's like Holes. Just give some kid a nickname.
Brendan,
we're not judging you.
You got so insecure about a high school fucking nickname for some kid.
Look, if you guys don't laugh immediately as I'm
swill your honey
sentence,
Jack, you insecure piece of shit.
This is all I have.
Dude, in football camp, when I played football before my senior year, we went away to camp, and that's when you're in summer swing, you're in full pads, you do 3 a days. It was my first ever experience with football, and I didn't know that your team basically hits each other all the time. It's just you against your team, and then you might scrimmage another team every other day or something like that. But there were times where as a team, I also didn't realize that people would go to bunks and they were fucking with each other. And it was just such a mischievous thing where I even I think I got bet $9 that I'd put Icy Hot on my nuts, and I did, or mineral ice on my nuts.
Oh my God, dude.
Fucking awful. It was the worst experience of my life. But then there was this thing where they were Tim, my friend Tim, who I've hosted podcasts with, and a bunch of other football players went into another cabin and flipped their shit, just flip their entire bunks, whatever, cause havoc. And I remember this one kid, Brian, I guess, saw Tim do it and threw a Gatorade bottle. It hit Tim in the dick, and Tim was wearing mesh shorts, no underwear. He snaps. He let out a scream I've never heard, not involved in a murder. It was so it was
I'd like to get back to how many murders you've heard after this. We'll go back to it.
I mean, I've heard my fair share. We watched a couple today. But so Tim, the kid Brian, runs. He just literally sees what he inflicted and ran. And Tim runs, grabs a broomstick, chases him around an entire campsite that probably was 12 cabins and all a pretty good distance, all the way around back to the cabin where he finally was stop. And Tim snapped the broom over the kid's wrist.
Oh my God.
Fucking hit him so hard on the wrist.
Was Tim on roids?
Yeah.
We were all on roids.
I mean, pretty much the entire team was on steroids.
I want to do roids.
I didn't do
Yeah,
steroids
me
until
too.
later, but I was definitely like I was a meathead. I was hitting my favorite part of playing football, dude, was getting bruises on my arm from hitting. I remember looking and being like, fuck yeah, this is like some warrior shit. And then you just lace people the fuck up. It was so fun.
But you never took you weren't taking testosterone, right? You said you were taking that thing that was legal over the counter, but
yeah,
really
it was like
should have been steroids.
it's a pro anabolic, I think, or pro steroid. But it's literally it's a testosterone. It's the exact same thing as steroids.
See, but now people that take testosterone, I know a couple people that take testosterone that claim there's a world of difference between testosterone is different from steroids, is different from HGH, is different from stem cell.
You can get like isolated testosterone, and whatever, it'll work for you for sure. But it also fucks your body, because I know people that still have to take testosterone because their body stopped naturally producing it.
Really? See, that's a concern.
Wow.
Dude, I know a guy who is like 65 to 70, something like that, and he's still on steroids because if he stops, he'll die.
Uh-oh.
Isn't that insane? His body just will not produce certain things, and he has to supplement with all this shit just to
oh my God,
maintain.
Does he just take it, or do you have to like shoot it up or something?
I mean, I have no idea how he takes it or what he does. Yeah. I'm sure at this point he's like a wealthy guy. I'm sure he does like hormone replacement at this point, so he doesn't he doesn't have to do any of the street bullshit.
Jeannie, did you ever go to like camp or anything, like any summer camp?
No, we talked about this. We did a whole episode about this.
Oh, then let's not.
Not only did I tell you I didn't, we proceeded to do an entire episode about this after I told you I never went to camp.
Yeah.
Dude.
But I kept reciting memories from famous movies that you guys eventually figured out.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Dude, I had this like group of kids that my group of friends were always getting into fights with. They're the group of kids that like caused me to get that concussion that I don't remember the day, and one of them was this kid Fathead, and everybody had nicknames.
What was your nickname?
Brendan. What was it was probably like B or Sags or something like that.
B Sags.
Something stupid.
Cool kid.
It was never what I wanted it to be. You know what I mean? I was like, call me cool guy, Pyro or whatever,
Pyro.
And every kid
that was an awesome X-Men villain.
Yeah.
Pyro.
He's cool, man. And I remember we were in this parking lot that we always used to hang out in, and I'm on the floor of the street, and I'm leaning against my friend's car, and these kids show up and they just start talking shit, and and I start going like
the chat said Mike pay attention. I had to address it. Sorry, something shiny went off and my attention just immediately went there.
I don't even think you could tell name the last thing you
Which one of
Brendan
you was
saying.
Talking? I don't even know who was talking.
I got distracted. I wanted to know what Mike was looking at.
Honestly, do you want to know what it was? It was a compliment. Yeah. It was a compliment via text from somebody who doesn't often give me compliments, not my dad. But I read it and I immediately was like, oh, and then I floated off on a different, feels great. I feel great right now. I feel good. Yeah. Although I did just eat an entire thing of milk, and I am like, I'm gonna shit blood. I mean, well, it's ice
breast
cream.
Milk?
No, it was ice cream.
Milk?
Oh.
But I did, yeah. I ate the milk. It was ice cream.
That's a strange way to call ice cream ice cream.
Yeah. By not calling it ice cream at all, by calling it milk.
Well, I thought you two dildos would be able to see the container that it came in.
I literally can't see the container.
Yes, you can right here.
That looks like something that milk would be in, not ice cream.
It looks like a cup.
Yeah, Mike's just going like, yeah, I just ate a whole thing of rock salt.
Yeah. Michael's like this. The milk. How do you not see the milk container I have right here? It's
the rock salt. Hang on. let's go
That's
back
how you
to
make
that.
ice cream, you fucking dumb.
Oh, who knew that, Chef fucking Tub?
Everybody knows that. Rocks. Everybody knows that's how you make ice cream.
I was hoping magic would happen if I started the word and had no idea what I was going to say.
Dub rub. I'm looking up so many ice cream recipes. I'm not seeing salt. I'm seeing I'm seeing
Google do you make ice cream?
That's what I did. And so I'm reading a 3/4 cup white sugar, heavy whipping cream,
I hurt
2
my
1/4
neck.
milk, and vanilla extract.
Oh, you're an idiot, Brendan.
I just looked up how do you make ice cream, and then I started to type the word raw, and it went rock salt. So it filled it in.
So leading the witness, you can get there.
3 inches of ice in a tub all around the can, and sprinkle about 3 ounces of table salt and 5 ounces of rock salt evenly over the ice. Continue adding ice and salt.
What are you talking about?
Now, I don't know what any of that means.
Yeah. That sounded like you were trying to plow your driveway.
Should I eat ice cream?
You should eat some rock salt.
You should. I had like one of those blasts or whatever with fucking Reese's peanut butter cups in it.
The milk?
Yeah, I'm definitely in rough shape. I can feel like the gathering in my esophagus. It's going to be a rough night.
Oh, I just got the opposite of a complimentary text. I got somebody that I'm friends with, like one of my close old friends, telling me how much he likes Schultz.
Oh, I get that a lot too, though.
Oh, it's fucking annoying.
Yeah.
We are talent. Do not talk about other talent to us.
Yeah, but you'll never be your friend's favorite comedian. Who cares?
Yeah,
I don't want to be my friend's favorite anything.
What do you want to be?
I want to be
special
where the people
everyone.
Are. I want to know.
Want to see them dancing.
Brendan, I don't
walking
understand.
around on those.
What's that
what
word
do you
again?
Call?
Feet. Up where they
walk.
Up where they run.
They talk.
Up where they stay all day in the sun. Wandering free. Wish I could be part of that world. Bet John Land, they'd understand. Bet they don't.
And they won't
reprimand their daughters. Bright young
That's
women.
That's my favorite part of that song.
Sick of swimming, ready to stand. I'm ready to know what the people know. All right. I mean, since none of us are...
I was really enjoying that, man.
Feeney
I almost started crying.
Feeney hated it from the moment it started.
But I think he started liking it. I mean, look at his face now. I think he hated it, and then it really hit him.
He's trying to fool us into thinking that he's frozen.
I'm absolutely not.
Yeah, he was.
You've been trying to pretend you've been frozen for an hour and a half, buddy. I keep seeing it.
Why'd you hate that so much, Michael?
Because we were talking about something, and I forgot what it was now, but it was very interesting. There's a lot of fun in there.
You asked me what I want to be.
When you grow up?
Something else.
When I grow up. Well, I was saying, I got a text message that someone was like, I really like Andrew Schultz. You ever do anything with him?
Oh, no. You ever do anything?
Yeah. You want to read what it is? It actually mentions you in it. My buddy goes, have you ever done anything with Andrew Schultz? I'm seeing Feeney pop up in his stuff with him. This guy is quickly becoming one of my current favorites. Behind you, of course.
Oh, that's great. And he likes Schultz, too? That's fun. Love that.
Oh, he totally didn't have to say that. And you just
I know.
You just hated.
Yeah, I just, what am I going to do? You know?
Be grateful.
I'm just not going to answer
nice guy. Why?
He was very nice.
Yeah.
I'm going to answer it.
Just direct
I know exactly what he's going to say. Brendan's going to answer it. What do you think the first word Brendan's going to send in that text is? Let's guess.
I would love to know, because you constantly act like you know who I am, and you're wrong almost 100% of the time. So I'd really like to know
Go ahead,
who
Mike.
you think.
What do you
What
think
the first word is? Yeah, he's great. That's going to be the first sentence. Yeah, he's great.
There you go. He's great.
I haven't done his podcast, but both of my extremely talented co-hosts have been on it. Here's direct links to all of the episodes, and you should follow them on social
link
media.
Trees.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only put your link trees.
Yeah.
I don't even say, yeah, he's great.
No, I think that the first word out of Brendan's response is going to be LOL or ha 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 ha. And then he's going to say, yeah, like LOL. Yeah, I've worked with them. They're great. You know, like he's going to be like, yeah, of course I've worked with them.
Is that what you think of me?
You're an LOL.
You're an LOL guy. You're very liberal with your LOLs.
Oh, he is swinging Honey Jack till he becomes an animal.
Oh, no.
That looked like we should call somebody.
I closed my lips. I was just kind of like doing that for the show.
So it goes
you don't have to
See,
ruin the
nothing.
illusion.
Nothing. Let me smell your breath.
Do you smell cum? All right, I'll answer him right now, and I'll tell him that I fucking hate him.
No, don't do it now. No one cares about that. But let's just let's close out the episode strong, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do we do?
Let's do a scenario.
Read
Brendan,
this one.
hold on. I have one trivia question for you.
Yeah.
What name was Trey Cool born with?
Oh, man. I think it's Mike, actually. I think his name is Mike something.
Mike
right?
Cool?
It's not an option. No, Mike Dirnt is the bassist.
Oh, is it a multiple choice? Because if it's multiple, I can do that.
Yeah, but I don't want to give it to you. All right, fine, I will. George Edwin III, Frank George Wright III, Frank Edwin Wright III.
I think it's the middle one. His name is definitely Frank.
Incorrect. Frank
Wow.
Edwin Wright III.
So his name is Frank, though.
His name's Frank.
We should give, we should have, a band names. You know what I mean? Like, how, Johnny Rotten and Sid Vicious were just fake names. We should have band names for our group.
What would yours name? Well, aren't you the Sneaky Raccoon?
And aren't I
Yeah, but that doesn't sound like a name. It sounds like a nickname. Like a name has to be like a name has to be like something that you're questioning whether or not that's like Mike Dirnt. Like his last name
what
is
about
not
Brendan?
Dirnt.
There's Brendan the Sneaky Raccoon, just like The Edge.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
And your Fiend Dog?
I guess that's what that's been the nickname on I haven't chose it.
What am I?
Cannonball. Hey.
No.
We've never called you that.
I mean, you don't have a choice. We have called you. Yeah.
We've never called you that, and then we both said that.
I'd like to fill you in on a
is.
secret. That's my least favorite thing to be called.
Mike Ball.
Cannonball.
I bet
that was like what people used to try to say as an insult to me when I was a kid, and I would never understand it. I'm like, what is the joke? I don't understand why that's inherently funny. They're like, because it's a fucking cannonball.
Well, we would call you Mike Ball. That would be your name.
Ball is Mike.
And then when people are like, why is your name Mike Ball? You'd be like, well, my real name is Mike Cannon. So
and
everybody...
I only have one testicle.
That's all you need. One testicle, one mic.
That's true.
Wow.
And
all I need is one ball.
One ball, one vast deference. All right. Well, good night, everybody. That was Blunts with the Boys. Brendan is just going to get hit by a tidal wave of insecurity in about 10 minutes. He's going to
While streaming on Twitch, follow it. NY Freshmaker, Sags to Riches.
That sounds fun. Enjoy your night. I love you.
Bye, boys.
Here we go, yo.